I don't think it damaged it, but I'm going to find out and see. How's it going today, everybody? So I know I ain't posted a video in a while. I ain't really had much going on the personal side, just, you know, trying to get some things done, but nothing really worthy of sharing on the channel. But anyway, this is my new project. Hopefully the wind don't drown me out. It's a little bit windy today. If it does, I guess I'll briefly just go back over things and touch up if I need to. And so this here is a Kohler 3-cylinder Kohler diesel. On the tag there, it's got specified as 1800 RPM. So that kind of tells me maybe generator. Not quite totally sure, but the specs on the Kohler website, you know, this thing's rated for 3600 RPM, but obviously it can be tuned for whatever application, industrial, power generation, or just, I don't know, run whatever. In my case, what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to put it on my pump truck, and I'm going to pretty much abandon the hydraulic wet line that it has, and just use the vacuum pump direct drive to the engine, because the vacuum pump is rated for 20, I think it was 2600 RPM is the max. I'm not going to run it that high. Currently I can only spool it up to 1300 with the current setup it's got. So I'm pretty much under rating, or not under rating, but under powering what the pump can do. So, and if this thing's for 1800 and I can tweak it up to higher, that would be amazing. Probably wake my truck up and be able to run the rated CFM like it's supposed to. But anyway, so the good thing about this one is it's got everything with it. It's got the starter, bell housing, and the most important thing is the flywheel. So it looks like maybe some bolts were replaced at one point in time. It's got these I can't remember what these are called. I see them a lot on the Lord, I can't think of it right now. The import vehicles, there we go, like BMW, Mercedes, or Volkswagen, the inverted spline. So this one looks like it's been replaced with 2 metric bolts. Maybe one was missing at some point in time, I don't know. But either way, this is the flywheel, and I'm gonna pretty much just probably buy an adapter that will mate to this flywheel and bolt up, or I'll get an adapter that'll bolt to these 4 bolts and have a male spline to go into the adapter of my vacuum pump. If I can't find a male spline, I'll have to use a female spline. Then I'll have to find a coupler shaft, a straight stub coupler shaft, and hook it up. So, and as you've seen at the beginning of the video there, I was painting over this daggum radiator. Well, this is the radiator for it. I'm going to test it and make sure these areas don't leak, because during transport this thing fell over, and what broke its fall was the daggum radiator. Imagine that. So just by the naked eye, it don't look like, that's probably not going to focus on it, it don't look like it punctured, but just to be sure, I'm gonna put some water in it and kind of pressurize it a little bit and go from there. Actually, I do have a vacuum. I do have a vacuum kit. I can probably just cap these ends off and just put my vacuum on it. I mean, pressure is better, but just ease of testing, vacuum would be good too. Anyway, so back on this. So I haven't ran it. All I did was turn it over with my hand, just just pretty much a quarter turn, back and forth. It's not stuck, so which is a daggum great thing. I did find one video on YouTube about these engines. The guy went through the injection system, how it works. So the valve cover is pretty much the brains of the operation. I think everything under there is, yeah, this is the scalp to the brains of the operation. So there's your fuel lines. Fuel go in, and then your return is a little line. It's got mechanical oh lord, mechanical indirect injection. It's not electronic. I thought it was electronic just the way it looks. You know, you can't see any injectors on the outside. Don't have a vacuum pump. Wow, doesn't have an injection pump on the side of the block with hard lines that runs up to the top where the injectors are. It's just got this wiring harness and this big connector here and that connector there. So it kind of scared me for a minute. I was like, gosh, I gotta have a module to run this dang thing. Well, kind of find out I don't have to have a module. So most of that wiring is for the starter and the sensors. So you have your fuel shutoff sensor there on the fuel filter housing. I don't know if that's a, what is that? Looks like it says something filter, so it may be a vacuum. Yeah, it is. There it is. Millimeters of water, or M-bar. So yeah, it's a pretty much a vacuum gauge, electronic vacuum gauge. So it pretty much just tell you, hey, you need to change your air filter. It's getting restricted and it's causing your intake to pretty much create a vacuum. So so from other YouTube channels I've watched, Diesel Creek is the main one. I'm gonna turn this thing over. I'm gonna secure it, pretty much secure it, and I'm gonna get my breaker bar and socket and rotate this thing a couple of revolutions to make sure it's not frozen in any sort of unholy manner. So before we hit it with the starter, and yeah, because hit it with the starter and there's something stuck, and it's gonna free it up, and it's probably gonna damage some stuff too beyond where I want to go into this thing. But I'm gonna use it and put it to work. So this video here is just pretty much just gonna be I'm gonna mark this as a part 1, and then part 2, I guess I'll just be working on getting, I don't know, just firing it up, I guess. So all right, I guess just stay tuned and I'll go from there. So yeah.